Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP Ripple. In this video I want to take a look at the price chart of XRP. And before we start, there's a lot of good news coming out about Ripple XRP. We still obviously have the SEC court case going on, but Ripple XRP or Ripple is apparently one of the founding members of the Digital Pound Foundation for everybody in the UK. That is, they are working on a central bank digital currency of the Bank of England. So that's very interesting. They are, and again, as I said, Ripple are working on that together with other organizations. One of them is Quant. I find that highly interesting. I did mention it in the Quant video today already, that these guys are working together. Two of my favorite cryptocurrency projects and organizations working together with a lot of other organizations. And that is highly interesting. And these are huge news actually. And again, I believe some of these good news, we just got used to them, isn't it? I mean, a few months ago, we were happy with, Elon Musk making a tweet about Bitcoin or whatever. And now, we get the news that Ripple or even Quant or whatever, they are working in the Digital Pound Foundation on a central bank digital currency for the United Kingdom. I mean, that is huge. Even though I'm not a big fan of CBDCs, nevertheless, it's huge news for Ripple as an organization, and you don't see these things at all reflected in the price. And everybody who's seen my Ripple videos knows that I'm extremely bullish on Ripple. It's a significant part of my crypto holdings, and I believe it is here to stay. There's powerful powers behind Ripple that, in my view, won't let it disappear. So yeah, it's very interesting. With Ripple, however, we can see it's one of these cryptocurrencies that have already broken out of this inverse head and shoulders. However, there was a breakout, but only a brief one. So I expected it to go up from here. Now we retraced. We are going up, continue to go up, but I would have thought that we make another attempt to break through that 122, 123 level. Well, we haven't made that yet. I'm sure it's going to come and we're climbing our way up, but that push here to the upside, that breakout that I made you aware of before it actually happened, this triangle here, and I remember I made the video and just a few hours, 1 hour later, it just actually happened. And it was a very well-defined triangle. We were getting directly into the apex, and then we saw a huge spring effect. That price action was very interesting on that day. I remember it a week ago. And however, we dropped after that, and now we are climbing our way up. Continue our climbing our way to climb our way up to that resistance level here at 122. Now we have dropped below that trend line here actually, but in my view it's not a major issue. We just continue to climb up that level, and we are taking a look here. This is the 2-hour chart. Let me go back to the daily. On the daily, what we can see that I think we are going to continue our way to the upside, because first of all, we can see that we are on the RSI still in the bullish range. So that is certainly very important. We're above 50. We're now exactly at pretty much at 58, 59 on the RSI, our momentum indicator. Then here on the ADX, and that is what I find particularly interesting. We're just crossing, probably tomorrow or so, we're crossing the 20 line. As I did say in previous videos, 20 is normally one possible buy signal on the ADX. ADX shows you how strong a trend is. The white line is that if the white line goes above 20, it shows you we are in a trend. The green and the red lines show you in which direction the trend goes. Obviously here the green line is above the red line. Two possible buy signals here. One is when the green line is crossing the red line. So we already had that on the 1st of October, but at the time, at the time the ADX line was above 20 already, so it's then dropped, but now we're going up again, and that could push the price a little bit up as well. Ideally you want to get above 25, but 20 is sort of the first key level. And on the MACD is looking good, going up. Yes, it's going, the histogram is going down slightly, but nothing to worry about at this stage. All looking good. We're above all the moving averages now on the daily, above all daily moving averages. You can see that here we've got the 200, we have the 20 and the 50 above all of them currently. Highly interesting and looking looking good. Let's take a look on the 1 hour chart. And here you can see how actually this uptrend accelerated. You know, we've been moving sideways since we've actually dropped below that trend line. So what actually happened, let me just zoom out a little bit. What actually happened, we dropped below that trend line, found support here at 108, 107, 108. Since then we've made higher highs again, and higher highs and higher lows. And at the moment, you know, we are continuing our way to the next support line. So here we have scope to the upside on the RSI. I did show it to you. And at the moment, I would like to see if another pattern is forming or so. Currently, what we can see is just that we are climbing up here in nice fashion, in my view. Just continuing sort of that uptrend, even though we've dropped below that trend line. However, you know, we found quite good support here. And as I said, you know, the next levels are certainly here. This previous high, which is at 122, and then, you know, from then on, if we break through the 122 level, I think certainly we'll find resistance here at 130. I did say that before, 130, and then you've got another one at 132, 133, before we then can find the 135 level, and then we get to the 140, here the 141, 142 level, which is that previous high here that we marked in the beginning of September. And that would be a really, really nice price increase. I think, you know, Ripple continues to suffer from the SEC court case, but it's looking good overall. It's looking good overall on the chart. I'm going to hold on to my XRP Ripple. And as you can see here, similar to other cryptos, we've got something like a larger cup and handle. I think, you know, when we break really through this 142 level, that could really be the boost that we need to get to really nice highs. I think then we can actually get to levels of, here you can see it, 166 is the 1.272 Fibonacci extension level. 198, I guess that would be rather the $2 level, is the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, and then we've got 232. So I think all of these prices will be achievable in the current bull run, if Bitcoin continues to perform well, and even if the SEC case will be extended a little bit more. But XRP will catch up at some point, as so many other cryptos will, and it's just lagging behind in my view because of the SEC court case. So it's all looking good at the moment. As I said, as with the other cryptos, I still, even though Bitcoin is just rallying at the moment, there's still a possibility that we haven't completed this correction, the ABC correction. We could still come down once more in the C correction, because we've basically, that move here to the upside hasn't come up far enough to complete that ABC correction. It is still a possibility. Hard to believe at the moment with Bitcoin rallying as well to the upside, but it's just one scenario I always want to mention. Just because I say here that in my view we are going to go up, doesn't mean that we couldn't come down once more as well. In my view, there is even a very realistic possibility that we come down and even drop below, you know, to something like the 70-cent level, which is this Fibonacci level here. It is just a possibility. It's a possibility, and it even is a possibility still for Bitcoin, even though it's getting less and less likely for Bitcoin now that it's really getting to the all-time high. When we cross the all-time high, that correction is over. You know, there is no correction anymore. This scenario then, I would say, is becoming then very, very unlikely for Bitcoin, and that ABC is basically invalidated on the Bitcoin chart. And it will be similar for Ripple here. If we get to the highs here and the level above 142. So yeah, let's go and get there, because I don't want a correction. I just want to see my portfolio grow. Of course, for everybody who's doing dollar cost averaging and long-term holding, it's actually better if the price stays low for a while, but in the end we all want to see it go up, isn't it? All right, so hopefully you liked that video about Ripple XRP. If you did, please smash the like button and also subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.